Hello and welcome to this SatMap Expedition 2 video tutorial on creating a basic route. So we're going to get stuck straight in here. As you can see, I'm already logged on to Expedition 2. So to create a route, I simply need to come into the Planner tab, and as you can see, all the planner controls appear here, and now I'm going to zoom in to a region of Snowdonia where I'm going to plan a walk, and I think we'll plan a route from Llanberis up to the summit of Snowdon. So I'm going to zoom in a bit further. I'm just double tapping on the map here to zoom in little steps. So I want to create a route. So under the routes section here, we've got a plus icon for adding a new route. So I add the new route, and as you can see here, it's created this route. And it's given it a default name, which is perhaps not an ideal name. So I can now go and edit these details if I wish. So I'm going to give it a nice name. And I'm not planning to go mountain biking, I'm going to go hiking, so I'll choose the activity type. I can set an access level for this route, but I'm just going to leave it as private for now. I hit update, and there you can see it now calls it Snowdon Summit. So if I click on the tool bar option there, I can see the various tools that are available for creating a route. I'm just going to leave these all as they are at the moment, but I'll look at this one shortly, which is Snap to Track. We'll have a little look at that one in a minute, but I'm now ready to start creating a route. So as you can see, I've got my Snowdon Summit selected, so that's the one I'm working on, and I'm just going to start. I'm going to click on the map here, and I'm simply going to click along, creating a route as I go. And here we are. As you can see, this is all very straightforward, nice and simple to do. If I make a mistake, I can simply select the waypoint that I'm interested in editing, and I can simply move it around by dragging it about. And here I may feel that I want to add a waypoint because the planned route does diverge from the road rather, so I can simply drag the line and it'll create me a new waypoint automatically. Okay, so I'm just going to carry on along here a bit. I can then just continue clicking as I go, and the route will just extend automatically for me. And at this point, I'm going to come up the track, but I'd quite like to speed this operation up, because trying to go along this complex path, as you can see, I've not done a very good job here, and it's going to take quite a long time. So I'm now going to turn on the Snap to Track just by clicking on it, and now I can simply find the pathway. There it is. And you can see I get a dotted line momentarily whilst it works out the route, and then Expedition 2 automatically snaps my path to the most appropriate track. And you can see that this is the Snowdon path, this green dotted line. So if I just tap along here, the route automatically snaps to the pathway for me, which is a really cool feature. And these maps that Expedition 2 has for the tracks and trails are all derived from the OpenStreetMap worldwide source. So we've got a full planet available to us of all the roads and byways and tracks and so on. So there you are, I've now completed my route up Snowdon, and you can see if I zoom out that it's got a nice precise pathway following the correct footpath up the mountain, and I get a nice green start flag, waypoints for every point that I've placed, and then the snapped line where I've been using the snapping tool. Okay. On top of that, I can now create a new path if I wish, a new route. Okay, so as you can see, it's created me a new route here. This is now selected, and you'll see here that the path that I've just created, the route I've just created at Snowdon Summit, has become semi-transparent. I can still see it, but it's not quite so prevalent on the user interface. And I'm now going to plan a route from the roadway here, and we'll come up a different path. There's a path here called Pig Track, another one called the Miners Track. So I'm just going to edit this one. I think this one's going to be called Pig Track. And again, we are not mountain biking, we're hiking. You really wouldn't want to mountain bike up Pig Track, I can assure you. So I'm going to turn on the snap, like so. And you can see it automatically snaps me nicely. And then we're going to come up to the summit. Right there. So that's that one completed. And now, if I wish to, I can simply alternate between these two, and you can see that this selected route becomes highlighted, becomes solid, and gets its waypoint markers and so on. And the deselected route becomes much more, it becomes less opaque, slightly more transparent, and it loses all the decoration, so all the flag markers and waypoint markers and so on disappear, so they're not so distracting on the map. There we go. I can just about get the whole thing in. There. And again, I can alternate between the two. And I can create as many routes as I wish in here, so I could create another route. I think I'll just zoom in on this section again. And this time I'm going to create another route. And this one's going to be called Miners Track. It's a hiking route. And I'm going to start pretty much in the same place. And I'm just trying to remember which way it goes. I think it's... is it this one here? Yes. And up to the summit. Okay. So now we have, as you can see, 3 tracks open on the map at the same time. And we can access them all very easily just by highlighting them in the toolbar. We can open up the tools and carry out functions on each of the tracks. And it's worth just having a little look at some of these tools. We've already looked at the snap to track and we know what that one does. But the share route wouldn't actually be available for this route yet because I've not saved it. But as soon as I've saved it, I can share the route, and that makes it available to my friends, people in my friendship group on Expedition 2. Save route. If I hit save route here, I'll just do that right now, you'll see that the save dialog comes up. But because I've clicked save on this actual minus track, you'll see that it is only minus track that is selected for saving. So although we do have the option for selecting these as well, by default, because we only hit save on the minus track, it will only save that one route. Now I'm not going to save this quite yet, because I can also come to the toolbox for the route, and if I hit save here, this will save all the routes, and this time you can see all the routes are saved. Okay. So that's about it for basic routing in Expedition 2. Hopefully you'll see that it's a quick and intuitive function that allows you to navigate with lots of different routes active on the screen at the same time, and that routing and planning is a straightforward and simple process. Feel free to have a look through the other tutorial videos that are available in the Getting Started page, and we look forward to seeing you back for the next tutorial.